Tonight, we take a look at why Hollywood is turning to microdramas to help save their industry. Uber drivers are pulling a reverse Uno card. We go back to a story of a young man who is being bullied. And lastly, a near death experience turns into a great life lesson. It's all right here, Anthony Del Tonight. Microdramas are 1 to 2 minute short series that you can watch on your personal device, whether it be like a tablet or a phone. It could be on social media, it could be on new platforms that kind of host these micro movies. I think how it's supposed to be is like you pay to play or you pay to watch in this case. No one wants to go to the movies anymore. It's a complete disaster. Before we get into that story and many others here we have tonight, like and subscribe to support the channel, and we'll just jump right in.
Hollywood power players are betting on microdramas as the future of entertainment. Welcome to Stage Runner, your source for what's shooting and where. Are you familiar with microdramas? They're those soapy, serialized, and highly addictive 1 to 3 minute shows that you watch on your phone where viewers pay per episode. They're immensely popular in China, driving a $7 billion industry, and have started to take hold in the US as well, which is where these guys step in. Former ABC Entertainment chief Lloyd Braun, ex-Showtime president Jana Winograde, former NBC Universal Content Chair Susan Rovner, and Cineverse CEO Chris McGurk are teaming up to create a new microdrama streaming platform, MicroCo. MicroCo will also operate on a freemium model, offering free initial episodes, but then charging via credits or subscription to unlock the rest. MicroCo plans to keep costs lean by integrating AI across production, meaning show budgets could be as little as $1,500 a minute. And Braun is optimistic, telling the New York Times, "This is a rare white space in entertainment, an emerging global format with no clear leader in the US. And McGurk agreed, saying, "The entertainment business is in complete turmoil. We've got the team, the tech, and the runway to actually focus on new, innovative formats." Do you think these microdramas are a winning bet?
I don't know. I don't know if they're a winning bet, but I can guarantee, I mean, what I can pull from this is that this is just like insane. This is complete bullshit because we can't sit through a movie anymore. I mean, are we serious? These major brokers and people and the people with the money, and they're gonna tell you what you like. Now, here's what I will say. I've spoken with people when like Love Island was like in season. I don't know if it's in season right now. And you speak with people who never even actually watched Love Island, or maybe they did watch Love Island, but first they just watched literally like the whole episode on TikTok. Like they go on TikTok, they see one video of Love Island, and then they go on the page or it's the rest of their feed because they're so interested in the video. Next thing you know, if they go watch the episode, they like seen the whole thing on TikTok already. All the highlights, the best moments, like so people are already doing this in a way, and I think it's such an interesting turn to where film can go. I don't hate it, but I don't love it because we don't I love movies. You don't want to see feature films go away. Who doesn't love a good movie? Everyone loves a good movie. If you don't love a good movie, you're a freak. But absolute freak. But also if you only love microdramas, then you're psychotic. I mean, I don't of course they're big in China. I feel like that's just everything right now. Everyone's like, it's better. Did you hear what China has? Their electric car goes 1,000 miles per hour. Did you hear what China has? They have a plane that can fly upside down and regular. Did you hear what China has? They got a boat. They got a train that flies. You mean a plane? Yeah, but it's like a train. Seats more people, but it flies. Did you hear what China has? No, I haven't heard what China has. I don't know what China. Did you? Hang tight. Getting a call live on air here. Nick, you're on the show, Anthony Del tonight. We're covering right now micro dramas, 1 to 2 minute series that you can watch personally on your device. Big brokers in Hollywood are betting on this to take over feature films. Might have to pay to watch some of them. What do you think about this?
This is what I got to say about that, honestly. For the new generation coming up, it looks like it's going to be a bang. I don't know if they will pay for it, unless you're bringing in people that are worth paying for. Me personally, I'm fine with just swiping through the reels. I don't need a movie for 2 minutes and then another movie or an episode the next 2 minutes. I want all of it right now.
You want all of it right
When I
now.
go on, I don't go on Hulu. I don't go on Netflix until the whole season's out. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting a week to see 2 minute episode next week. I want it all right now.
You're a big binger.
I'm a binger. I'm not a one at a time guy. I haven't been a one at a time guy since Bourdain died. I'll leave it at that. Since Tony Soprano's last episode, that's when I was a one time guy. You know, nowadays you can never be a one time guy anymore with these shows.
You
Go
can
on
never.
Hulu. Here's the
Yeah.
whole season.
You can never be a one-time guy. Now, this is all coming from the land of China. This is a big deal in China. I feel like all I ever hear these days is China this, China that. China's got flying trains. China's got planes that go upside down. China's got cars that do 360s. What is that? What is that? Does that make you scared? What does that tell you?
I've been scared since TikTok came out. Okay, let me tell you this. The only reason why China's moving on with this is because of how well TikTok is being used in America.
Mm,
Personally, I feel like they're only going to do this whole movie thing for America TikTok
mm,
and like maybe like the UK.
mm. But there's big American brokers that are betting on this as well.
There's big American guys who play NBA for China. You know, it's anytime anytime a guy, I'm not going to get specific, but anytime a certain type of guy sees a money sign, they're signing on regardless of the information given. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. What you mean? Do you have any closing statements here or points?
Yes. Simple as this. Movie theaters, Blu-ray DVDs, VHS, the cult classics I'm talking. That's a generation of time where kids my age, even your age, we grew up, had that disc, you went out and you got that disc, you went to a Blockbuster, you never returned that Blockbuster, that's why it's RIP. Nowadays, you're going to have kids who are going to they're going to miss school, they're going to do all this, they're going to fail tests, they're not going to go to work because they have Taylor Swift's new movies coming out for 3 minutes on TikTok. Fuck that. This is America. We want Blu-ray DVDs. We want VHS. I don't want phone stuff anymore. I want big screen things. America is a big screen country. Hollywood is dead. Hollywood is so dead. Netflix moved to Jersey. We're big screen people. We're
Mm,
the best. That's what we do. We do the things the best.
mm,
I'm tired of the apps.
3 TVs, couches on the ceiling type of people.
I'm talking 3 TVs, couch on the ceiling, and couch on the floor, so the person on the floor can watch me watching TV on the ceiling.
Wow. And if you fall,
Big things. Oh, I don't fall. I have a harness.
wow. Yeah. Of course.
Big
Only
things.
professionals. Only professionals.
It's like whatever happened to hey, going to the IMAX theater.
Whatever
Watch
happened, right? And you go, oh shit, we're going to watch that fucking big screen, huh? Whatever happened to you walk into Belmore Playhouse and you know the movie you're about to see isn't good because they put you in the small room.
Yup, they're like, no, your room's actually to the right, and if you people who go to Belmore Playhouse, they know if you go to the right, you're fucked.
You're fucked. The movie's bad. I have never walked out of a movie before. I've walked out of a movie in that room.
Exactly.
Child's play.
And it's getting the reason why it's dying because movie theaters aren't making money for movies anymore, so their food is $8,000.
Mm.
And also, you know, I don't want to go to an IMAX theater and we have cheeseburgers and sushi.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Someone's getting served a cheeseburger?
Dude, and they're bringing it to your table like fat. Just like they're like, you know, a movie theater, we're not making enough money, so how fat can we make this?
How fat can
So
we
you
make
sit
this?
down, you can recline, you have a table, and then fucking Jessie, 12-year-old girl, is gonna bring you 3 cheeseburgers and a pile of sushi, and you spent $80 just on the food.
And then she talks during the film. She's like, enjoy. Everyone's like, shh.
And I'm supposed to sit behind fucking Fat Bobby, Sluggy Bobby, while he's eating, and I can't even see half the movie because the lady's giving him 4 cheeseburgers.
Right.
So, you know, times are changing. I feel like movies aren't movies anymore. So I don't know. Netflix and Apple TV and HBO kind of took over with the whole shows and the series now. I feel like series are bigger than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the series really is just a movie broken down into 8 episodes.
That's exactly true.
So I mean, that's what really grinds my gears about today's cinema.
Well, we really appreciate you for coming on at such late notice. You know, it means a lot here at Anthony Dell tonight. You know,
Hey
more
man,
appearances from you would be great. This has been
hey man,
yeah,
I'll suit and tie it. I'll wear a suit and tie next time. You want me
we'll
to
wear
wear
a
a suit
suit
and
and
tie?
tie next time. We don't have to do suit and ties around here, but we could.
I mean, the way you're in the name of your show, you know, when I call in, I feel like I'm on Jimmy Kimmel. I feel like I'm on David Letterman. So
You know, yeah, that's the feel, but out with the old, in with the new.
with the old, that's what they doing with the movies. So
All
I'll leave it like that.
right, that's our media correspondent, Nick. Everybody, thank you so
Yeah,
much for coming on.
no problem. Take it easy.
Take it easy. So that was our guy, media correspondent. Couldn't have said it any better myself. If you have an opinion, call into the show. Call into the show. Or let me know in the comments. But this is where we're heading. And the worst part about it is like, oh, the AI aspect of it too. It's like, what are you gonna fake actors? Unreal actors? Who's gonna walk? Are we gonna have award ceremonies for this? My gross brain's thinking about how can I get involved? How can I get involved into these micro dramas? If China's doing it, does that mean we really have to do it too? We got to do it our own way, American. Big screens, no little screens, big screens. Big screens. What do they call those? Like the silver picture on the silver screen? Silver screen, baby. I want gold screens. Gold's at like $4,000 a fucking troy ounce or whatever the fuck. Come on. Let's get real here. Enough with these micro dramas. Thank you to our media correspondent, Nick. That's Nico underscore Daze, Niko underscore DAZE. Lyft is introducing a new feature that has to do with tip. And the real question is, do you tip your drivers? Let's take a look.
Catching some heat right now for a new feature that shows drivers how often you tip before they accept your ride. A small banner on that app now tells drivers a percentage of your past rides where you tipped. A lot of riders not happy about this. They say it feels invasive, kind of like Lyft is exposing what you do behind the scenes, and it adds way too much pressure to tip now. Lyft says it's still testing this feature out. It's looking into the data before deciding if it's going to roll out everywhere. But what do you think about this? Is it a smart move to help drivers or a total privacy overstep? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to download the free Fox Local app available everywhere you stream.
I'm not downloading the Fox app. Thank you so much. Very curious where they're rolling this out, but first comment I see is DoorDash needs that feature. That sounds actually a lot better. You know what I mean? Because if you're a DoorDasher, you're like, am I gonna get tipped this order? I mean, because slippery slope here, tricky surface, icy surface. I don't tip. I'm a public figure. I'm gonna completely undisclose my tipping habits. I don't tip for the ride. I'm already paying out the ass for the ride. Every time I ride, it's always surcharges, special times, because I'm a special guy in many different facets, special and special. But I don't tip. Who tips? Also, who drives Lyft? Nobody. Who rides Lyft? Who rides Lyft over Uber? Who consciously gets a phone, goes into the app store of the phone, and then searches like car service or whatever everyone just searches. Who searches Lyft? 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 You're not at the party and say I called the Lyft. If my friend turned to me and said, yo, I just called a Lyft, they'll be here in 5 minutes. I go, who, huh? What are we getting picked up by? A pitchfork? Is that funny? What? A Lyft? So they're going to introduce this feature that lets drivers see if you tipped. Everyone's going to have like the worst score ever. What do I get? What do I get? I get a little badge on my dumb face to tell the driver that I gave them a dollar extra. Come on. What do you then someone's going to pick me up. Someone's going to get me. Someone's not going to give a shit. Who's looking at this little badge and going, they don't tip? Bah, I'm not picking them up. You're going to be sitting there all day. Because guess what, guys? No one's going to fucking tip. I think that's the data. That's if I was a betting man, which I am a betting man, but I would have to assume that Lyft is going to find that, holy shit, like, there's one guy that tipped. There's one guy in all of the state of California that tipped. Mr. John Hancock. I don't know, that was a generic name, I think. I mean, but not, but like is. John Appleseed. He tips. And then they're going to go interview him. And they're going to see he's just going to be a regular dude, single, no dog, cat, old school fridge. So no stainless steel appliances. It's a house. It's not an apartment. It's a house. He lives in a house, but it's like one floor California style bungalow. No stainless steel appliances. Hopes to renovate it, but never did. Heavy gambler, loves pool, and has a bug for playing cricket. No pun intended. He loves cricket. He found his group of friends, and they all ride Lyft, and he's the only one that tips of the bunch. John Appleseed, the cricket-loving, tipping Lyft man. That's who they're gonna find. So the question is, do you tip? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you tip? I highly doubt it. Who the fuck? What? No, I don't tip. The ride was $40 for 5 miles. We're good here. Kind of also a pointless feature because we all know. Don't fight me on this. We saw it with our own eyes. Everyone's trying to be like, I don't know about that. Not everyone, but some people trying to be like, I don't know about that. Those Tesla robotaxis, 5 to 10 years. 10 years most. 10 years is like stretching it. I'd be really surprised if 10 years go by and we still don't see robotaxis on the road. They're going to be all over the place. Metropolitan, big cities, New York City, Los Angeles, all over the country. Places that you go a bunch of places now, there's no Ubers. Where I went to college, there was no Ubers. There was a local taxi company. No Ubers. You put a fleet of robo-taxis up there, no one's got to drive them in a college town. Damn, dude. You come to Anthony Dell tonight, you get fucking $1,000,000 ideas, dude. But yeah, how much better would it be? You don't get into an Uber and it's just like you got to interface with somebody. You don't really want to. You just want to get to the function. We just get in the Uber instead with the friends, with everybody. And it's just like, buckle up for your safety. And then it's like, here's some fucking music. And then you just like, this was the seatbelt, buckling in. And then you just got the music and you're going. And you guys are just jamming in the car. That's the future. That is the future of transportation. Right there. Speaking of transportation, we got into a story of a young man, Tyler, who was being bullied by a group of kids while he was just trying to ride his bike in the neighborhood. Tyler is a young boy with autism. The story was very touching. He got bullied. And I was like, it's a good sign that kids are out there on their bikes throwing eggs, terrorizing the neighborhood, and bullying because they're not glued to their phones inside. Hey, trying to find the positives here. But an even bigger positive has come about. Let's take a look.
That's the minute that's put live with my boy Tyler.
Hello.
Say what's up.
What's up?
How you feel about your bike?
Very good. Getting used to it.
You know, one of our listeners has stepped up to make a difference in a young man's life. We did that story last week. Darnell Myers heard the story of Tyler Roach Tilden. Tyler Roach Tilden. Remember that 15-year-old kid with autism from Massapequa Park? Well, he had been harassed and bullied by other kids in his community to the point that he didn't want to go to school anymore. Didn't want to ride his bike or even leave the house, for that matter, his mom says. Well, Myers got a hold of our reporter, Sophia Hall, who put him in touch with Tyler's mom to see what he could do. He reached out to Merrick Bicycles, who then donated a custom bike to Tyler. Myers telling 1010 Wins he surprised Tyler with the bike at his house. A lot of people ready to go on a ride with him.
Well, it was like an estimate. I know it was about 100 of us on bikes. Well, his reaction was priceless. Like, seeing him happy, like, it made me happy.
Myers, boy, oh boy, good thing, sir. He's a longtime bicycle rider with a large following online, and he's traveled around the country to donate bikes to other people. Protect that baby. Golly. Those bullies, stop it.
Protect that baby, golly. Those bullies got to stop it. And he got the bike that, I keep saying this, all the kids these days, they have the same bike. What is this bike? Everybody has the same bike. It's just painted different colors, but it's the same bike. It's a cool looking bike. Very cool looking bike. So coming back full circle here, that's what we do here tonight on ADT, baby. That's what we do here. We come full circle. We cover stories. I'm just as legit as any other reporter. I'm sitting behind a desk. I got a mic. I got the internet. Who says I can't report? The days of needing a degree for things are done. Done. If I want to be a freaking chemist, I can go online right now and I can learn everything and anything there is to know about chemistry. And if I dedicate my time to it, I could be just as smart as some of the smartest chemists out there and just as knowledgeable as some of the smartest chemists out there. If I want to study physics, all the resources are there. I don't need to go to college. And I think that's actually, side note here, hot take right now. College is important. You get a degree, fantastic. As long as the degree is not BS. Real degree. But here's my point. Further down the line, are you really going to need a degree for journalism? Do you want to know how to be a journalist? You do this. You get a camera. You find stories. You talk about the stories. This is a form of journalism. I'm doing comedic journalism. I'm covering nonsense stories, giving nonsense takes. That's journalism. If you want to be a more serious journalism, in the war in Iraq, then you could do that. Then you can go online because everything is there for you. Do you think journalists are going to their local college where they graduated and like the movies and they're ciphering through the books with a lamp on? They're like, oh, I gotta find the stories. No, they're on their fucking phones like me and you. And they're on the computers like me and you. And they put together a story and they present it. They write it. And they film it if they want. And they publish. Same thing goes for physicists. You don't need a degree to be a physicist. If you want jobs, certain jobs, yeah. But like also there's a way to swindle your way into that. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, you might not have the degree, but I don't know. You could find a certain job that really will be like, well, your qualifications are sick. You did A, B, and C. You just don't have a degree. And you can just resume it up, baby. Resume it up. Anyway, huge side note there. Resume it up. Tyler is not getting bullied anymore. Look how many people showed out for him. So, Tyler Roach Tilden, a 15-year-old boy with autism from Massapequa Park, was struggling to go to school and ride his bike after being harassed and bullied by a large group of kids. He and his mother came together to share his story with 1010 Wins, Dubs, and the coverage made its way to Darnell Myers, long-time bicycle rider. He uses his large online presence to donate bikes and encourage kids to cycle. Myers reached out to Long Island business Merrick Bicycles which donated a custom-made bike for the teen. When Myers delivered the bike to Tyler, he didn't go alone. So he pulled up with the gang. Look at that. Oh my God, look at all these people. We go full circle here. Full circle here for Tyler. Look at he's signing stuff. I mean, he's the wizard. Where are those kids that were bullying him? Where are they at? They're probably inside. Bullying people online. Doing nonsense. Being bad kids. This is the power of social media. This is the power of the internet. A near-death experience, a story that I heard recently, led to something very profound and a wonderful life lesson that I thought would be a great closing point. We do so much nonsense and crazy and fun over here. Let's just have a good story to bring it on home.
Have you seen the TikTok that went viral on the girl that died for 12 minutes?
Oh no.
I saw this video and it actually was so profound what she said. She was like, yeah, I actually died for 12 minutes, and during that 12 minutes I had an encounter with Jesus. And she goes in this description of what those 12 minutes were about, and basically the scene that she depicted for us to imagine was she like saw Jesus, and Jesus was like, hey, like follow me, like I have something to show you. It was just a massive room that looked like it had no end, and there were just people, and in front of every single person was a screen, and then the people were sitting, and there were two dark figures on the sides of them. And he was like, do you see this right here? Like, I can't get through to anyone, like any of them. And it struck me so hard because I just thought of our world, and I was like, that is exactly what it is right now. Like, this thing is distracting us from so many responsibilities and divine purposes. And then not only that, but we have Satan and his followers whispering things into our ears or whatever it is, that we just like are so distracted with those things that we can't even hear God or Jesus say anything. And Satan is getting really, really good at distracting us. And he's had like centuries of practice. Understanding that, I think, then allows you to be like, okay, I need to get rid of maybe some of my distractions, or like have specific dedicated time to where I can hear God.
It's an excellent story. If you got a dream out there, if you got something you want to accomplish, something you want to do, the phone will get you there if you use it wisely. It's like a bomb. It's like a freaking bomb. That shit will blow up your life if all you do is just consume on it. I used to just consume on it a lot. I've always been creating something, doing something, but ton of consuming. Still, of course, watch things, scroll. You know, I scroll for these stories all the time. And sometimes it sucks because I find myself scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I don't find what I'm looking for, and I just spent an hour on my phone or more sometimes looking for something to bring to you guys. But my reason for bringing this up is because it's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Everyone's distracted, and, you know, I thought it was a good story to bring. And if you need to run it back, run it back. If you need to hear it again, if you feel like that's you being distracted, you have things in front of you that you want to accomplish. All things are possible. All things are possible. But you can't be so distracted by the phone. The answers aren't on there for you all the time. Sometimes you got to look within. Sometimes you got to look out. Sometimes you got to venture out to find what's out there. Whatever that might be. Whatever you want to freaking be the best bowler ever. You can only watch so many videos of that guy. Who do you think you are? I am. Who do you think you are? I am. That's the only bowling video I've ever seen. Now I just know him as like the bowling guy. I don't even know his name, but he's the bowler. You want to be like him? Get out and bowl, baby. Don't be distracted. Do not be distracted. Get out and bowl. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this episode, like and subscribe to support the channel to see more content just like this. This has been Anthony Delta Knight. Good night.